Stars General Manager Allen Flavell, we've just had the pre-season game, Alan. The new season is upon us. A busy summer again for the Billingham Stars?
Yes, busier than normal, to be fair. Gone are the days where, you know, just a bunch of lads showed up and we'd registered everybody and away we went. Now there's a lot of contracts involved and what have you, a bit of negotiations, you know, just trying to get the best deal for the players and the fans really, and obviously the club. I don't want to hold anybody back from achieving their full potential, but you know, we've got a few young lads that are just possibly coming through, breaking through. I'm conscious, from my point of view, I don't want to lose anybody part way through a season, but also, you know, maybe it's a little bit too soon for some of the lads as well. So yeah, I'm happy we've got a half decent squad again, one that hopefully will be challenging in the top half of the division, if not better. Yeah, and I'm just hoping it's all going to come together for us.
And something, obviously the way last year finished with what we told was a rebuild or a reboot or whatever you want to call last year, bringing through a lot of junior players in one go, possibly more than you'd wanted to, but it kind of paid off towards the end of last season, so that's something to build on to take into this year.
Certainly. I mean, it would be nice if we had that number of players and that calibre of player coming through on a regular basis, but unfortunately not all the time. You know, the juniors unfortunately don't produce that many players on a regular basis, otherwise we'll be laughing pancakes basically. And the problem is, of course, once you produce some really talented players, like I said, those players are looking to possibly play at a higher level, something probably sooner than they're ready for. But like I say, I don't want to hold any of those players back, but that is the problem, that as players come through and have achieved some potential, then they want to move on again, so you're constantly having to replenish the main team with new players. So that's the struggle we constantly have, you know, just trying to bring these players on.
Yeah, and the division looks like it's going to be another competitive one, D-side or back, which is great to see. Obviously they didn't have their ring for a couple of years because of the COVID issues in Wales, so great to have the Dragons back in another competitive division.
Oh, exactly. I think the more the merrier for me, you know. 9 teams, 10 teams would be even better, I guess, but no, the way they've worked it, the league this year, the IHA have factored in like cup games as well as league games at the same time, and then there's like a semi-final and a final of the cup, which should work out quite well. It means there isn't a massive burden on teams for, you know, to play 50 and 60 games and what have you. You know, it's I think we're probably going to guarantee 36 games. Depending how you do in the cups and the playoffs and whatever, you could see as many as 40, I guess, but you know, that's about where we want to be at this level, at this semi-pro level.
Yeah, so last year the fans backed the experiment, the plan, whatever it was last year, and tonight, even for pre-season game, August Bank Holiday weekend, another good turnout, and hopefully the fans will stay on board with the journey this year.
I was really pleased with the turnout tonight. I mean, to be honest, I only expected the crowd to be half of what it was, so yeah, really pleased that we've got the fan base, and there's a lot of new faces that started watching hockey last year, and even some few new faces this year already, you know, so that's what you've got to be constantly doing as well, is bringing new fans into the sport. Billingham Town Council have come on board and supported us again this year. We've got some smaller sponsors on board as well, so that's always good, you know, always looking for assistance in that respect, because unfortunately the ice time, the travel costs and the equipment, it does never get any cheaper, you know, so it's a balancing act all the time, just trying to, you know, make sure you've got enough money coming in to cover all your expenses.
Yeah. And talking about the sponsors, we saw the logos on the new shirts. You say the black shirts on show tonight, but we've gone with the black, the red, and the off-white.
The cream and red.
The shirts have gone down really well tonight, and rave reviews, and already selling like proverbial hotcakes.
Yeah. Well, Rhino quite often come up with a design and what have you, and then, you know, I'm not a design artist, so I don't really mess about with it a great deal. But Mikey Elder, our team captain, that's his forte a little bit, so Mikey Elder did a bit of fine-tuning with the shirt design when it came through from Rhino, and you know, didn't upset anybody at Rhino. They were quite happy with that. We just changed the dots to stars, and just changed a few things around, the logo on the front and whatever. We just thought of freshen it all up and change things around again. And 3 shirts went down very well last year. We did term the black one as the cup one, but we just throw it in there when it doesn't really, when we haven't got a colour clash, and it seems to have gone down really well. So yeah.
Something smart already. Couple of weeks it is to the home opener. The Solway away, a traditional curtain raiser, and then the home opener Sheffield here on the 11th. So
that's right. That's right.
To prepare and get ready and hopefully get a big crowd in for the home opener.
Exactly. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, we've got Solway 3 times I think in the first 3 weeks. We've got them away, home, and then away. So that's going to be we've got a tough start. We've got 2 double headers the first 2 weeks, but hey, that's just the way it is, So we'll put the best team we can out there. Foz and Rob and Mikey's joined the coaching ensemble, shall we say, this year, and we'll just change things around. I don't think we need to cast anything in stone and try and pick the team that we think is going to do the best against particular opposition or whatever. But I thought both Jacob Hammond and Ryan Wardell both played really well tonight, considering they haven't had a great deal of ice time over the years and fresh into the net. But I think that'll have done their confidence no harm at all. And of course it just lets the coaches see what they can perform like in a game like situation. I know Jacob has played a few times before, but I thought the pair of them played really well tonight to keep a blank sheet at home, and even though it was only a pre-season friendly, I thought they both did very well.